Linebacker Nick Buoniconti was the quintessential athlete who played bigger than his size. His 5'11", 220-pound frame was soon forgotten by opponents, as they were met with the force of a giant on a weekly basis. Buoniconti once said, "Every play is like life and death. I can't think of anything except the play that's taking place at the moment." The bigger the game, the bigger Nick Buoniconti played. His second quarter interception in Super Bowl VII set up the winning touchdown that helped Miami secure the only undefeated season in NFL history.
I entered Harvard Law School in the fall of 1950, stayed about 3 weeks and said to myself, I want to be a coach.
Marv Levy first became a head coach in the NFL in 1978 with the Kansas City Chiefs. But he is best known as the leader of the Buffalo Bills from 1986 through his retirement in 1997.
Where else would you rather be than right here, right now? Way to come back, guys. Way to hang in there.
Levy led the Bills to 8 postseason appearances in 11 years and was the first man to coach a team to 4 consecutive Super Bowls. Mike Munchak was one of the premier guards in the NFL, being named to 9 Pro Bowls and the NFL's all-decade team of the 1980s. Mike was an outstanding pass blocker, often battling the other team's best defensive player. A true warrior, Jackie Slater played his entire career, 20 seasons, with the Los Angeles St. Louis Rams. The NFL changed a lot over 20 years, but Slater was a constant. He played in 259 regular season games, tops among offensive linemen, and 3rd all-time on the NFL list. Swann. Never has there been a football player so appropriately named. His grace on the field was exceeded only by his timing, and he often saved his biggest catches for the Steelers' biggest moments. The former ballet student helped lead the Steelers to 4 world titles, assuring his place in history as a champion and Hall of Famer. As the first overall pick in the 1968 draft, offensive tackle Ron Yary didn't have a hard time living up to expectations. He was a tenacious pass blocker and a punishing hole opener for Minnesota's tough ground attack. Yary's hallmark was his ever-steady play, which earned him 4 Super Bowl and 7 consecutive Pro Bowl appearances during his career. At the beginning of his career, no one could have guessed that defensive end Jack Youngblood would play in 201 consecutive games. He was small for a defensive lineman, but number 85 played with the heart of a lion, giving 100% of his dauntless effort every game. He used his lighter frame to finesse his opponents rather than bowl them over. Youngblood's play was admired by many opponents throughout his career.
I'll say this about Jack, and I say this with a great deal of humility. If I had to play against Jack Youngblood 8 times a year, I wouldn't be here.
Youngblood's desire to win brought his Los Angeles Rams to Super Bowl 14. Although they didn't win, they competed valiantly, just like number 85 did his entire career.